Hello everybody and welcome to this week's flick through video. I am the new employee of Collect and Survive and my name is... I recommend albums of the week by the way, and my name is... Rodent Stewart. I'm hilarious, aren't I? Anyway, yeah, this is the new employee. Recommends album of the week. Obviously got questionable taste. I haven't got questionable taste. You have got questionable taste, mate. You wanna watch it? Watch your lips on. You only just started. You're still on your training, settling in period, right? Oh, shut up. Go stuff yourself. Honestly, these rodents of today. So anyway, pop it. This is my Christmas. This is all you're getting for Christmas. I mean, you're not getting this for Christmas, but this is like the Christmas decorations. Anyway, album of the week is Whitesnake. That's gonna change. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Panto. All right. Hello. Welcome, everybody. I've got some videos. Sorry about yesterday. My son's fine. Had a bit of a virus, so he's absolutely fine. What have we got to go through? I'll just drop you down. Honestly, the production value of these is getting just immense, isn't it? What else can I say while I'm sorting out my thing? Thank you to Wera Foxmer. I've got some of their releases to show you in a minute. For the amazing in-store. I'm really sorry about the production value. The in-store was fantastic on last Saturday night. Last Saturday. I only have to look at my eyes while I sort out my thing. Sorry about the huffing and puffing as well. I'm just overweight and out of breath. Which I think we're getting them into play in January. Overweight and out of breath. Yeah, I think so. Anyway, yeah, so it was absolutely brilliant gig. If you came along to it, then you had an absolute treat, didn't you? We had two amazing artists, which I'll show you now. Get you focused on the records. Do. People might be popping in because I've not been a bit useless at closing the door down. So you can probably hear people coming in to buy their festive books. Yeah. God, you think I'd have a script and get all these prepared, wouldn't you? I mean, frightening that I actually do. So yeah, the gig was immense, wasn't it? For those who came, it's fantastic. It's Wera Foxman's electronic label, and there's another label called Castles in Space. And I've reached out to Colin from Castles in Space. Hello, Colin, if you're watching this. Put some artists on, mate, because we had a really successful event with Wera Foxman. We're going to do another Wera Foxman event. Claire Wells, who's played here locally, she's on that label. Something's coming out in the summer. So stick around for that. So, yeah, what else? What other big news? I mean, I'll sit here and talk to you for a minute. I suppose it's been a really big week, hasn't it? I mean, it's been quite momentous. I mean, so much stuff has happened. I guess the most important being that, it was difficult week to address, but I think we came through it okay. The car passed its MOT. So, yeah, thanks. Yeah, big news. I mean, 2005 plate Prius. Of course it's a Prius. I mean, look at me, I'm the ultimate hipster. And it's an old one as well, so that's a bit cooler. Well, it's all we can afford. And yeah, a few advisories, like this car is a death trap. Stuff like that. But it went through. Couple of quid backhander. I know a bloke, So that's good news. Yeah, now obviously sad news about Christine McVie, wasn't it? I mean, rumours is just it's just been there. I mean, you grow up. I don't think it matters what age you are. I think an album like that, and I grew up in the 70s, and it was there. It was always kind of on or being played, and wherever you were going. As a kid, and it was just perpetually there, and it was definitely an album that got me into music. And you put it on now, and you still think it's astonishing, isn't it, for what it is? Plus the album before it, for that type of Fleetwood Mac. Plus Tusk, and then obviously Tango in the Night for that genre of Fleetwood Mac. And then that's just the gateway in, isn't it? You end up buying other stuff, other Fleetwood Mac stuff, and then it gets you into Peter Green, and then that's it. The world is your lobster, as they say. Once you wear Peter Green, mind's blown. What else is on my list then? I'll get into records. Thanks to Wera Foxman. No more gigs until January, February. I've been really successful. I'll show you the wall just before I finish. I kept all the posters and it's pretty impressed. So pat on my back for me, because I think that's been great. I just wanted to put gigs on to support local music, you know. So I'm really glad that I've done that, and I think we've helped some local artists get a bit more exposure. I really enjoyed it. You've probably saw some of my photos of having Neil Cooper, who's a drummer for Therapy. I'm a big fan of Therapy, and you know Neil was in one of my favourite bands of all time, who slightly lesser known metal, thrash, techno pioneers from the late 80s, early 90s, called The Beyond, Derby's finest thrash jazz techno outfit. Anyway, their stuff is immense, and they signed some records for me, so thanks, Neil. And we were talking about having hosting some sort of event. I don't know what that will be. Might be based around drums, might be based on Neil's experience in the music business. He's toured with Living Colour and played in bands and Therapy, you know, festivals, the lot. Big outfit. So we'll work on that. What else? Going to try and open the shop every day until Christmas. Now the hours are going to be all over the place. If you've been to the shop, you know that they are sometimes anyway. So sorry about that. But trying to balance all sorts. So I think up until my son is in school, which I think is the 17th of December. On Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll probably open about 9:30 till like 2:30. So just come down at lunchtime, I guess. Saturday and Saturday is always normal, 11 till 5, and Sunday we'll stay open 11 till 3, and we'll open right up to Christmas Eve, and then hopefully we'll get the jukebox going Christmas Eve, and we'll have a few drinks. So if you're a regular customer, or if you're someone that I like, then come along, and if you're not a regular customer, or you're someone that I don't really like, don't come along. Okay, good. That's that. Right, so let's get into the records. What have we got? This is the Werra Foxma stuff. This is electronica, but really unusual. A mix, not unusual, I'd say, a complete mix. So Sulkroom's played. This is Thomas Ragsdale. I'll show this on the recipes in a minute. This is really fantastic. Thomas was absolutely fantastic at putting sort of layers of atmospheric electronic music together. Unbelievable. These are only 15 quid, these records. They're all limited pressings, obviously, so come and get some of these. Absolutely fantastic. Thomas was unbelievable. So Thomas, sorry for talking all over you the last couple of minutes of your set as I was talking to somebody downstairs. Elizabeth Crompton, I mean, unbelievable. When she played, you could hear a pin drop. It was quite astonishing in terms of her songwriting skills and talent. Elizabeth is immense. And the album, it was a stripped back set she did, but the album is a bit more layered, and that's really fantastic as well. It's called Sulkroom. They do a calendar. Come and get the calendar. Oh my God, where does this come from? Signed copy by Mega Rockstar Neil Cooper. I'm just gonna, if you're into metal or you're just into music, I'm gonna force this stuff on you because I love this band, and we're gonna force them to reform. Anyway, so we've got a load of dance stuff in it. Tom is starting to get through this and price it up. Some of it is apparently quite rare and collectible. So this is an example of some of it. There's loads in the shop, and there's loads that Tom is getting through and pricing up. So it's like UK, I would say UK mainly techno garage from the 90s. So come and have a look at that. Some of the more normal, obviously you've got loads of affordable classics in for Christmas, as well as the collectibles over Discog store. So you can pop in. Great sounds, all in very good near mint condition. More Mike Nesmith. I've got quite a bit of Mike Nesmith. Got loads of Elton. So if you're an estate agent going to Glastonbury next year, then come and get your Elton John there, here, and you can take it along with you. Best of OMD. I've had one of these in before. This is a very collectible record, and this is in superb condition. I think it's because they just didn't repress them. So some of these best ofs are really collectible. There's a best of Van Morrison. It's like 50 quid from the 90s. So anyway, look, we've got that Van Morrison in, and we've got best of OMD in great condition. Loads of classic sort of stuff like this. Another really collectible album. I mean, really popular at the time, wasn't it? But I think mostly they sold on CD. This is just a CD was coming in early 90s, wasn't it? So that's 30 quid. That's in near mint condition. That one. Right to the lead singer of Echo and the Bunnymen, etc. More Tears for Fears albums, cheaper, 12 quid that one. Jacko, Off the Wall. A little bit of Jacko, Off the Wall. Thompson Twins, Into the Gap, 7 quid. This used to be like, couldn't give it away. I was sitting on my butt here. I'm getting so old. It's rubbish getting old, isn't it? Oh, God, my leg. So I get some more of this sort of folk stuff. British folk and country. American Flyer came in that collection. New Riders and the Adventures of the Panama Red. 10 quid. These are all mint condition. Near mint. You can't really see the mint. Near mint condition. Class. Just put on a shelf, I think. The Commander Cody, 5 quid. And I've got loads more of these, so you'll see a few more of these up to Christmas. Or I might leave them out up to Christmas and we'll come back to them. We need something a little bit different. Alpha Band. Asleep at the Wheel, 15 quid. Asleep at the Wheel, Texas Gold. Jam, Mod Cons. Yeah, Boss. I'm good at the Jam. Thin Lizzy, Live and Dangerous. Leather Pants. I mean, wow. Phil Lynott. Look at those leather kecks. I have a quick story about leather trousers. When I was younger and thinner, I decided to wear some leather pants, and again, this was going to, I think it was Eddie's number 8. I used to go to Eddie's number 8 in Birmingham quite a lot, and I wore these leather pants, and I had my Elvis belt buckle on, and some other metal t-shirt, and then, you know, I got chased around the venue by some dude, who obviously found my leather pants quite attractive. You know, that is what it is. I was complimented. It wasn't my type, to be honest. But luckily, I talked the leather pants beforehand, so I had a bit of movement, didn't have much friction, so I could kind of, you know, dart between the kind of the White Snake tracks on the dance floor, and boom. And maybe one time I'll tell you my story about the time I tried to chat up some girl in Birmingham University bar. Went to Birmingham University, and she had 2 broken legs, and I went to buy a drink and came back, she'd gone. That's a funny story, totally true. There were 2 brides. Anyway, that's a funny story. This was in here anyway, right? Honestly, I've got a few copies of this and Tusk and whatever. It was in here, so I've always got copies of that in. That was like a £5 album back in the day. That's going up now. I don't know what this is. Bert Henry the Hard Way. It says, spiced wit for broad-minded men and male-minded broads. So if you're a man or a male-minded broad, apparently this is record for you. Looks absolute rubbish. Butterfield Blues Band, I've got loads of these in good condition. Some of them range, some of them are very pricey. This one is a bit more affordable, and that's a UK 1968 mono for that in really good condition. Queen Sheer Heart Attack. You don't know that track isn't on it, but one of the best tracks ever written in the world ever is on it, and that is Brighton Rock. Brighton Rock, which you might know of through that movie. What's the one about the baby driving the car, the getaway baby driver? Yeah, that's in that in it, but that's a great track. Bit of Floyd, lad. Bit of Floyd for the Cosmics. Cosmics Scousers. You can't not like Floyd. It's interesting, we're having a bit of a debate about that. We went to see Therapy, and it was busy, but it wasn't totally packed. And, you know, you could have your own interpretation on that. But I don't think there's much of a massive metal scene in Liverpool. It is all like, you know, bands like the Adidas Samba Brigade, isn't it, still? The kind of casual effect, acoustic guitars and, you know, moppy air and kind of, you know what I mean? Anthemic sort of stadium kind of football casual type stuff. Nothing wrong with that, right? Love a bit of that stuff myself, and the influences of, make it clear. What I'm saying is, it's kind of overwhelming in this city, that stuff. Tell me if I'm wrong. There is a bit of a metal scene, but it's not immense, is it? And there's a bit of an electronic scene. Anyway, I'm going to put more metal bands on next year. I don't know how we're going to do it. We're going to have like death metal bands acoustic. I don't know. I don't care. We're going to do it. This isn't really metal, but there you go. Def Leppard, death metal, Gary Moore Blues. Quite a rare album, this. 75 notes. I think it comes with a booklet. Yeah, that's in really good condition. Numbered, limited edition, numbered. Pretty standard Bob Dylan. I've got a collectible one of these, just like 70 quid. I don't think I'm ever going to sell that, so I'll probably knock that down. But this is just a pretty standard 1968 release. Loads of soundtracks. Come in and get your soundtracks. Tom's always topping them up. 12 quid on this double Stones. It's not in the best condition, but playable, fine. So if you're looking for a cheap Crimbo Prezi for somebody, I mean, one of the most underrated bands ever. I mean, you know, Bonzos are immense. Donut and Greenwich Greenhouse. Not an original UK 1987 repress, But again, this has got... I'm showing you albums with some of the most amazing tracks on ever. Trouser Press. Oh, Trouser Press. Listen to it, go and put it on Spotify now. It's just boss. I think I showed you this before, didn't I? Metallica Black European. It's got a bit of a rip on the sleeve, and it does have two little sort of chunks taken out on the side 3, I think just after Nothing Else Matters and before Wolf Man. You hear a little click going between tracks, but it doesn't affect the play other than that. So, you know, I'll probably take that down a little bit for the right person. Still a collectible and totally playable album. The production on it is immense. It just like jumps out at you. So I don't think it's really being played that much. It's really loud. Dred Zeppelin. What else? Dred Zeppelin. I played that. I remember being a student and having Dred Zeppelin and playing it, and I played it again most recently, and it was like, nah. More comps. R-Time, Simon Bates. I mean, I just kind of want to keep this in the shop, but got the comps. 60s non-stop, mega mix hits. So if you want to show off your new record player that you're going to get for Christmas, no doubt, get stuff like this. Led Zeppelin. This is I've got loads of Zeppelin. I've not priced this up. I've got pretty much everything Zeppelin's got, plus the remasters stuff, plus some Page and Plant and Page stuff. I just want to show you. This is, so I've got a repress of this from Europe, but this is a US 1969. Morrison Hotel, repress. Got loads of doors, all represses. That's that European Zeppelin. So get the well priced stuff. Look at that. Year made. Not selling that now. God, you just got to come in and buy a copy. And then look at this. Got this in a collection, right? Knackered. Not going to sell it, but look at the back. What do you think? I thought, nah, that's not. And then I thought, it's so kind of scrawly. It could be like sort of, anyway, not going anywhere. We're a Foxmere. Thank you to Fraser and Hazel for playing. Donover, come and buy their stuff. I've got some of their remix CDs in there. You know what? Just to end on super quick. Branding is everything, isn't it? At the moment, you see so much stuff branded. Everybody's like selling their t-shirts. I've got my tote bags, all that sort of stuff. Come and get a tote. Spend over 100 quid, you can have one of them. And I thought, God, I gotta get some more branded stuff in. I mean, I've obviously got the hoodie, got the hat and whatever. I thought, God, what else? I thought, okay, let's venture into some branded stuff. Got some interesting items. This is like, what's that Bruce Forsyth thing where it goes across on the conveyor belt? Why am I thinking Sale of the Century? It's not that. I'm sure you'll tell me. I thought, yeah, look, iPad holder. Get your branded iPad holder there. That's just not the iPad holder from the shop. Right, iPad holder. We've got, get your branded cheese grater. Make your food taste of Collect and Survive. You know what I mean? Get that there. Come and buy that from the shop. Toilet roll. Yeah, smooth. Just like the shop. Smooth on the bottom. I have to rethink that branding. Come and get your toilet roll. Come and get your... this is not all just immediately made up. Just immediately before the videos. Try and get a cheap laugh at all. Come and get your post-it notes. I have to rethink the design of this. Not even a lot of area to put notes. You know, come and get your kitchen tongs. Collect and Survive. Branded kitchen tongs. Come and get them. All available in store. And, you know, and if you absolutely want me to, then what I can do is... you can just come in and I can just brand you. Yeah? It's a small fee for that. I mean, people pay for... weird things, don't they? So come in and I'll brand you. Right, that's it. Where are we? 18 minutes 52. What else to show you? I've had a little change around with the hi-fi. I'm trying to just show stuff that I actually use. It took me all day. So everything's now plugged in and actually works. So we've got loads of excess hi-fi. So if you need hi-fi repaired, bring it in, because we do it. We repair vintage hi-fi. I don't. I have a chap who comes in and will do it. Really reasonably priced. So we're fixing up. I've got to contact somebody later, see about something like that. Anyway, let's leave you with the wall of gigs that I've had this year. Thank you to everybody who's come and played a session. That's pretty impressive, I think. And hopefully you've enjoyed it. You've got something out of it, all you guys who've played. And I know I certainly have. And it's not being completely philanthropic. I mean, I wanted to get a bit of promo for the shop, and you guys have really helped me do that. So I really appreciate it. Thanks so much. So listen, everybody, open till 11 till 5 till day, 11 till 3 tomorrow. If you're going to come Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, come about lunchtime. And then, we'll see you over Christmas and up to the build-up. come and get. We got all the, you know, we got the vinyl care stuff. We got the pictures, vinyl care. I'm getting some frames to put some excess sleeves in. So like your Dark Side of the Moon and stuff. So if you want like a framed sleeve, I'm gonna have them in from next week. All right, take it easy. Bye, everybody.